and welcome to onlinegroomingschool.com. My name is Yvonne and this is Sarandon. She is a full purebred Maltese. Isn't she adorable? This is what you would call a perfect specimen. This is a dog that doesn't live in the backyard. Basically she's an inside dog and you can tell she's a poser. The parents really take care of her. They brush her daily, so it's important. If you want a dog to look like this Maltese, it's important to brush them every day. So I just wanted to show you what a Maltese really should look like. They have a nice silky coat. They usually wear their coat long. Okay. One of the things that you would do with a coat, I'll show you how we can trim out the feet, but I wanted to show you the tools that you would use if you had a dog that walk into your shop with a full coat like this. Okay? Say hi, Sarandon. She's very good. If you say, want to go to Grandma's, she pays attention. Yeah.
Oh,
say, cameraman, say that.
You want to go to Grandma?
See?
Yeah?
So right here we're going to be using, again, Sam, the All Breed Dog Grooming Guide by Sam Cole. And with a full bred Maltese, basically there's not a whole lot of clipping. You can tell here this is a long coat, just like Sarandon is in her coat. And what Mr. Cole suggests, obviously, is brushing, a really good conditioning shampoo, how to part the hair in the middle, to make sure that both sides are the same length. You do have to trim the ends on occasion for splitting or breakage, but basically it's just a long coat. You would still do all the sanitations that you would do normally on any breed, but again, nails, and obviously the bows make a difference. Okay. And then what we'll use for her as far as tools today, we would use, curved scissors, straights, and a hairpin is always handy to help you part the hair while you're working on sections. A slicker brush, soft slicker brush, and finally a greyhound comb. So I'm just going to show you just a little bit. You're not going to do a whole lot with a dog in this shape. That basically she's just coming in for maintenance.
But then after her, we have another Maltese that we will be showing them what to do, right?
Yes, there's two other Malteses. This is unusual that you'll get in the shop. I mean, it'd be nice if you get this all the time. But I'm gonna bring in two other Malteses. One is coming in a puppy clip, 1/2 inch all over the body.
A puppy clip?
Yes. And again, I shy away from using that term because it's just loosely used for everything. But you'll see, there's different things you can do with a Maltese. So for this little one today, all I'm really interested in is just maintaining, okay? We want to make sure that there's no splitting. You can tell if there's splitting or breakage in the coat just by basically seeing frazzles at the end of the hair, and they seem to be in pretty good shape. Okay, there would be breakage and it look kind of unhealthy.
Just like split ends.
Just like split ends, just unlike on ours. So she's in good shape. So if you would get a dog like that, all you would do is just grab it in sections. I'm going to show you how you would handle this. You'd comb it out. Okay. I would split this over here and hold it with a pin, right? And I would work in sections.
She's something like
ticklish.
Ticklish.
Okay. And I would trim. Let's assume I was going to trim that much off of here. Okay. So about 1/2 inch, maybe less. And then I would take half of that and add it to this. Okay. Pull this back. I'm doing this from above, so it's a little difficult. And use the hair that I already cut as a guide to get it the same length all the way across.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want to trim her real quick, or?
Well, she's, basically she doesn't need the trim much. I wanted to show you what a breed like this should look like. Okay. The only thing that we're going to do is her paws. All right. There shouldn't be any hair going beyond the pad here. So we're going to trim around this little area a little bit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to come around this way. I'm going to make sure I get it right. Maltese hair can be very unforgiving, so you got to be careful, okay? A little bit at a time. Use my curves and just make it neat.
That's all there is to it.
That's
Huh?
all there is to it. You know, you don't want to. She doesn't want. You don't want to have her walk here like she got a haircut.
So when you bathe them, just regular shampoo and.
You can use a whitener.
Whitener.
Important thing about, and you'll see that we talked about this in the pet hygiene instructional video, is that on a dog like this, you do not want to have the blow dryer and doing this motion, because what's going to happen is you're going to start doing this to the hair. Now you're going to get, you know, knots in there. So when you have a long silky coat like this, you want to take the blow dryer and hold it like this and maybe brush it so it blows straight, and then you might hold it from the bottom. It'll blow this up so you can get that
You brush
straight.
it using what kind of brush?
A slicker brush.
The slicker brush only?
Yes, the
This
slicker.
is it.
This is it.
Let's use the slicker brush.
Right.
Interesting. Okay, easy
And then,
enough.
Yep, and their tail, again, just goes over like this. I'm going to do the same thing with the front paw. But you got the idea. Oh, you're so sweet. Want to go to Grandma's? See? Oh, yeah, she loves Grandma's. The owner has her, again, in a perfect style here. She's got the two bows. She's got a little bit of hair still short here, so it's falling back, but she basically has not touched the top, not at all. We kept it long, keep it in bows. You clean out the eyes on a Maltese here, make sure there's no eye matter. And ideally, her muzzle should be longer, but again, this is a pet, so her food, you know, she doesn't get her beard in her food, so it has a little bit shorter. But you can tell that they're just, these are, they're in charge. These dogs are in charge in the house. They get taken care of very nicely.
Okay.
So this is our star. Again, this is what we would like all our Malteses to look like. Okay, but I just want to give you an example. So we're going to take Sarandon back, and we're going to break for a little bit, and we're going to bring to you a Maltese. His name is Boo. You'll see him. He's Latin. It's really fun, and we'll show you how to do a puppy clip on him. So come back to us in a little bit. Hello and welcome back. We have now another specimen of Maltese. This one is his name is Boo, and say hi to Boo.
Boo?
Yeah, like Boo, like a ghost.
Hi, Boo.
So this
Boo,
is,
say hi.
say hi. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. And like we talked before, we're going to come back and show you, you know, there's different clips for Malteses and Boo here, but what they're basically asking is a short clip on the body, and then we're going to do the teddy head after we're finished with the body. But I want to show you the other side that's been done. And the owners asked that we leave a ½ inch of length of hair on the body. So that's what we've done. Basically, this is a low maintenance clip. You're going to get a lot of these requests. Okay, this, yeah, low maintenance.
Just ½ an inch.
½ inch left, all the way down to the feet, a little around.
Same with the legs, ½ an inch?
Yeah, same with
Everything.
legs. Everything.
That's an easy clip. And I'm
Easy.
just a cameraman, and I'm...
Yep.
I see.
All right.
And the tail is kind
We're gonna do a little thing with the tail.
We'll do the tail.
Okay.
He's sitting down. He's tired.
Yeah, he's tired.
And the feet.
And the feet, we're just going to round them off. Gonna go all the way down to the feet with the clipper, and just going to round off the feet here. Like
Okay.
little mittens. So you'll get requests like leave a ½ an inch, leave a ¼ inch, leave an inch, 1½ inches. So once you understand what the blades and the attachment combs can do for you, then you can just adjust it, you know, based on what your client is asking. So we're going to get started, but I want to show you is the only thing that we've added to the tools from before is that actually we're going to be using a clipper this time. We're going to be using blades. We're going to use a number 5F finishing blade. The 5F leaves a ½ an inch on the body. We're also going to use a 30 blade because we might have to use attachment combs. Okay, so we'll see how that goes once we get started. Okay, and of course our scissors, just to, you know, use always. This is just basic stuff you should always have, you know, as part of your equipment. And why are you scratchy? Hello. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get started. Okay. So I'm gonna attach the 5F blade to my clipper. And we're gonna go with the grain. You want to start at the base of the skull, but I'm just gonna start right here at the neck. We'll go back there in a little bit. It's okay to hold the skin taut a little bit. Go all the way down. This dog has already been bathed. Now I'm going to attach him here to this. This is why I'm my biggest advocate for the groomer's helper. You know, it attaches them so they don't want to spin or turn around.
Sitting down.
But he wants to sit. When you're clipping a dog's body, you don't want him to sit. Stand up, babe. Okay. So we're just going all the way down the body. Just snagging. Pull up on the skin if you have to. Yeah, I just did that. You don't want to do a lot with your hand with a silky coat because the natural oils in your hand can make the coat kind of oily. So try to refrain from doing that.
Refrain from doing what now?
Doing this a lot with your
Oh,
hand.
petting the dog.
Yes, because you have these natural oils. I think he's a little bit shy as far as the camera is. It's okay. Because the natural oils in your hand can, always make sure that your hands are free of oils and stuff, and make sure you wash them. Can make the coat greasy.
So pretty much you're just using a 5 finishing blade
Yeah, to
and
remove.
doing the whole body
Correct.
where you started at from here right at the base of the skull
Correct.
down and the legs, and that's about it. That's all there is to it then.
Yes. So we're going to do that all in the body. Okay. You're going to go down to the feet as long as the dog lets you let yourself do a lot of with the clippers as possible, because we're going to go back with scissors to finish it. Okay. So we continue doing that until we remove the majority of the coat. If you want to do the front chest area, you can unclip them. Okay. Small enough dog, he can stand up. Okay. And we can go down the chest area. Okay. Also, we can loosen this up and get up here. Now you notice it's got all these cowlicks, and basically the hair is growing in different directions. So don't get panicky if you see, oh my gosh, it looks shorter in one part than the other. It's just the way the hair is growing. That you basically want to keep in the one main direction of the hair growth. You'll find that the feet are the body parts that dogs really don't like it when it comes to procedures. They're very sensitive about their legs and their feet. Now I'm using that 5 blade, so I don't want to get in there underneath the armpit with my 5 blade. I'm going to go in there with a 10 sanitation blade to clean that up. It reduces the chances of an injury. Okay, boo.
So the 5 takes more off of the hair than a 10 would then.
No, a 5 takes less off. But the problem with the 5 is that the teeth are further apart than a 10, which means you have a higher probability that if you use a 5, you're going to get a piece of skin stuck in there.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's very important to know. Huh?
Yeah.
Less injury.
Okay, once nothing's really coming off your blade anymore, or your clipper, it's time to go to the scissors. Okay?
Alrighty. Hey, Boo. Boo. Look at the camera.
Camera shot.
I think he's more interested in what you're doing than I am.
Yeah, and he's like, who's that guy? He wasn't here last time. Okay. Now we're just going to finish up a little bit with our scissors. Using my rounds in here. Okay. It's just going with what makes sense. Okay, this part is curved, so I'm going to use my curves to create that. Switch to my straights. No. Just, you can use your straights or your curves. Comb in the back here. Comb that out. See how that's sticking out?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to take care of that. You're okay. Very important. If your dog comes in as a boy, we leave him as a boy, so always be aware of all his body parts. Same thing with the nipples. If they come in with 8 nipples, want them to come back go home with 8 nipples. Here we're going to round those feet off. No moving. Go back. And then we're going to pick it up a little bit. You don't want to show the nails. If you show the nails, you've gone too far. Keep your scissor on the table. That'll help you from making the mistake of going up too far and then seeing the nails. Good way to keep his legs straight is put a little pressure right above the knee here, because they tend to want to do this. So if you stretch out the leg and put a little pressure right above the knee, it keeps it straight for you.
Mm-hmm.
Back here, we're just going to comb this out. Remember, use your fluffing comb. Try not to use your hands. And you're going to find that not all Maltese hair is equal. Some Maltese hair is going to just be the nice spongy stuff. Some of the Maltese hair you deal with is going to be like scraggly. It's not this. It's not. It's thin and it doesn't set right. So just do the best you can.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to get that there. See, it's bothering me. So this is the look we're trying to achieve on these little round little pads. You don't want them to have Dr. Seuss feet where there's a bunch of hairs overflowing over the pad. Okay? So the main goal here when you're doing finishing with your scissors is just trying to pick up whatever the clipper left behind. And of course, if you got little squigglers, it just makes it a little bit more challenging, but not impossible. gonna see if he'll allow me to hold his front paw and see if I can get all the way around the leg.
Pretty much you do the same with the front legs then, right?
The same thing. It's okay, it's okay. So see how they keep pulling? Sometimes you just have to stop until they stop pulling. Hey, hey. You're okay. Okay. And go ahead and blow off your table because it's hard to see where you know where it is you need to clip. Now, all dogs have this cowlick back here, and when they want you to clip that, sometimes it'll give an illusion of a bald spot, but it's just basically the way the hair grows here. So don't panic. I prefer to leave it in a longer coat, but they want this in a shorter coat, so sometimes you'll get that look back here.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer, fuller legs. You'll see that on the next dog, what that looks like, and how that looks a lot nicer. That means that the client will just have to maintain it a little bit more. Now the front paws here, I'm gonna comb them up, and I'm gonna use the curves, and I'm just gonna sweep it across. Good bubbles. It's gonna help me to clean that up. See how there's hair down here? Maybe we'll take care of that. You kind of have to look at it from all angles. Because you're looking at it from the front, and then you find out when they come pick them up, you see them walk away, and like, uh-oh, there's something in the back. Maltese can be very unforgiving hair. Same thing with put them up there with the Yorkies.
So using the scissors just to kind of remove any
anything that's just not
sticking out, doesn't look good in its place. That's
right.
it, huh?
Like if you're coloring outside the line, anything that's sticking outside the line, that's what needs to be taken care of. I'm just kind of giving a little look around here. You see some things out of place. Oh, you gotta stand up. Sorry. Like he's a really camera shy. Okay. All right. I'm just about there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the tail. He loves to sit. I'm going to brush that out. He's kind of looks like he's got a chopped up tail. What I'm assuming here is that he probably had a matted tail, and then we needed to remove those mats at some point. So now we're at the grow back stage, and we got to decide exactly what will we do with his tail. So there's a couple of things you can do. You can see his tail is just naturally curly. There, you saw in the other Maltese earlier, there's a nice curl, and then the hair just fell forward. So that's what we want to try to get Bo back into that mode. Okay, up. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of persistence on our part to get him to stand up. Okay, so if you have to, you can do this. If you'll let me, but he's smart. I'm just going to take off a little with my rounds. Just like a little half moon.
That's it?
That's it, basically.
Just so it gives it a nice clean look pretty much,
Yeah,
huh?
so we want to get it to grow back into that shape again. All right? I'm going to move on to his head here. Bo's put on some weight. He's a happy dog.
So now you,
So what I did is I loosened the grooming restraint, put one leg in, stood him up, and then tightened it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
And the purpose?
Purpose of that is I can work around the neck area and still have the dog so it's not going to come off the table. Okay? So we're going to go back in here with the 5 because I needed to get in there close, more closely. Remember the base of the skull?
Back with the 5 finishing.
Yeah, back with the 5, same blade, haven't changed that. All right.
That's it.
That's it. So now we're going to, there's several ways you can do a teddy head. I'm going to show you an easy way. Unless you want to know the hard way. But I go for easy. Okay? First thing you got to do is leave the beard for last. You want something to hold on to. I'm going to comb his bangs forward. Where does his bangs start? Like anything before the ear. You don't want to comb all this way back. Just before the ear, comb forward. Okay? So we're just going to comb forward. Because we're going to do the bangs first. Take my straights. Just going to cut run front and go down. I do not want to go this way. When we say bangs, it's not like ours. It's down the cheeks, like a half moon. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay? Now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the cheating part. Don't tell anybody I told you this. We're going to take our 30 blade, and I'm going to put a 1/2 inch comb. Oster has a 1/2 inch comb. There's different brands. Oster uses their number 4 comb, and that leaves a 1/2 inch. So just follow the manufacturer's guide. And I'm going to snap the comb on. A little device here, just yeah, okay. And I'm going to just go over the top because they want a tight teddy. Tight teddy just means short. They don't want it long. This is a teddy head. And I'm just going skimming. I don't want to go down the ear. I just want to flick it right before I get to the ear base here. Okay? Then I'm going to lift the ear and go down the side of the cheek. Just straight. I'm not going in, I'm just going straight down. What's that doing? It's thinning the cheeks down like liposuction. Basically everything that you would do if you wanted to go ahead and scissor it. There I am flicking that again on the top. Okay, I'm going to lift that ear on the side here and do the same. Not taking a whole lot, but all right. That's cheating. You would see a big difference on it if his head was really long. But you can it did take off some hair. Okay. Once you've done that, you're going to comb the hair down. You might want to get on this side. Comb the hair down. Straights. Okay. Basically, you're going to go the length of this muzzle here, the size of the cheeks, it should not be cut this short because you no longer have a teddy head. Now you just have a muzzle. All right? So it should be like 1 or 2 inches below the muzzle. The muzzle is right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight across at this. I'm going to set the line. He just, but I don't want you to. Okay? Nope. Nope. So I just set the line this way. We want a tight teddy. So here I've got my line this way. Next thing I have to do is comb this forward. Take my straights.
Your curves.
I'm sorry, thank you, my curves. And start curving it. The reason why I did that straight line is because I wanted to figure out where my length would be. See that? This just takes a little bit of practice. And of course, if you have a client that sits still for you, it'd be great. Do the same on the other side.
Do you do anything with the ears or nothing?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, no.
He's not very
He's
happy.
not happy.
He doesn't like this.
He don't want to do this. That's okay. Honey, we have 2 sides. We got to finish both sides. Okay. I'm gonna take my rounds.
Just gotta show them who's in charge,
You
who's
just
boss,
have to
you
be
know.
patient.
Be patient and just hold them and not be
hold
scared
them.
to hold them.
You're gonna find out that your reflexes work really well in this business. It's okay. It's okay. Comb that forward. There's that rounding area. Okay, now we're gonna go work from the front. Check it out. Hey, can I see? Can I see? Now we're gonna look from the front. We have all this long hair. Here. I'm gonna cut the front here. Okay, baby, let me see. We want to, you see this is too long down here? All I'm even I'm just shaping it at this point. Okay. That's why it's important to bring in dogs in at a very early age to get groomed. Now we're going to bring this forward. You see she'll tolerate the thinning shears. I'm going to get rid of this little fans here.
If she or he?
He. He, she. Boo, are you a he? Yes, you are. And just don't want these little fans in front of the eyes here.
So you just want to take,
Right,
thin them a little bit then,
yeah.
huh? Let me try to zoom in on this there to show.
Some dogs won't let you do this, so you have to just use scissors, and it gives them more of a blunt trim off the eyes, but you do what you can.
Okay.
One more side. Honey, you have two sides. We've got to finish both sides.
Zoom in some more. They can get a tight shot. Wow. Oh, he's good with the
Yeah, but don't get
with
around
the
my
eyes. He wasn't happy with you touching his
sides of his lip.
sides of his face.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't want his hair out of place.
Maybe he wants it long, but Mom wants it short, so
Right, he was mad.
he was mad. Now she wants his ears to be a little shorter. Come here, sweetheart. Now, stop. I know she's been dealing with some ear infection issues, so I think that's why she wants it shorter, because when you put medication in the ears will get kind of oily. So what we're going to do is bring both of them together so you can attempt to get both of them the same size.
And just a quick trim then, huh?
Yep. Okay.
Oh. Easy enough.
Easy enough. Providing he sits still. How, Boo? Come on, this is your debut. Let me see. Let me look at them from the back here. Let's see if they're even or not. This side needs a little bit more, looks like. And sometimes the way they hold their ear up, even though you took them both up, sometimes just their ear set, like even we do. We have one ear higher than the other. So you just have to look back. Sometimes they want them straight, sometimes they want them round. Just find out from your client what they prefer, or really what just looks best on the pet. Let's see where we're at. Let's put this back around his neck so we can see the whole body. Always give it a once look over, because you might see things out of place as they sat down or shook. Let's see. How do you look in there? Yep, that's a kitty head. 1/2 inch on the body. Maltese. Again, you can do different lengths on this clip. You can also do this on Malteses, on Shih Tzus. Lots of different dogs. So 1/2 inch with it. Don't worry about the lengths. 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 1 inch. Teddy bear head, and you got yourself a nice looking for Maltese. So join us back in a little bit, and we're going to show you how to do balloon. We have Doo-Doo. It's another Maltese, and we want to give you a couple of different ways to do clips on a Maltese. Doo-Doo here is going to get what we call balloon legs, where we leave the legs fuller, and we made the middle of the body shorter. He's got a 1/2 inch on the other side of the body. That's what the client wants, but we left them half done so you could see what we're going to do.
So there's a 1/2 inch on the body now?
Just like the other one we showed you. We did a
I see.
1/2 inch
Okay.
all over. Okay, so we're going to continue on this side.
I see.
And we're going to do the middle of the body. Okay, we're going to go down the belly.
And what kind of blade are you using?
A
Yvonne?
5F.
5 finishing?
Yeah, so that gives you the 1/2 inch. And what I'm doing is coming up just to where the hip is. And stopping and start to flick the blade right about there. Coming up to the flank area. Okay, so all I'm doing is leaving that hip area. Continuing in the, there's some light here. I'm gonna come around this way. Continuing in the belly area.
So how would you know where the hip area is? Real
Well,
quick,
you
if
can
you
feel
can
it.
show us.
You can feel that where the hip is,
Uh-huh.
you know.
I see.
Part of the, remember part of the pet hygiene video is that we teach you a little bit about anatomy.
Oh, okay.
Alright, can you come around this way for lighting a little bit? I can't see there. There you go.
Okay.
So there we go. So now we're going to do the shoulder area. Taking everything off except for the shoulder, going right into the leg here. Okay? Here's the shoulder. You can feel the shoulder. I'm just going to flick it a little bit. Okay.
As far as the belly, it just gets shaved as well?
Yeah, all
pretty much?
the middle torso area, everything gets clipped with the
Okay.
up to the neck area. You're okay. No. Come on. I know. Let's see. Let me get some oiling done. Alright, so we're going to scissor. Oh, you didn't like that? You didn't like that part? Okay, so what are we going to do is, I'm going to tie her back up. He does better if we tie him back up. I love this groomer's helper. Alright? And now what you do is you start finishing the feet. Same technique we did on the other ones, rounding off the feet.
That's with the curved scissors.
Using the curved scissors, once again, let your tools do your work for you. Good doo-doo. Alright. I'm going to comb this out a little bit. Now all we're doing is just really doing some finishing work with our scissors. This area right here, we get to the long part, we fluff it up a little bit like this, and we take, again, our curves or our rounds, and start bringing that down some. See how the scissors are curved this way? I'm going to use that to shape the top here, so it looks more blended. And it's kind of hard to see when you're seeing white on white. And just taking out all the parts that are just kind of sticking up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful with Malteses because the hair is very unforgiving. Less is better, so don't get too crazy with the scissors.
So here you're using still the curves, huh?
Right here I'm using the straights just to get the back.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to fluff it up a little bit just to take off a little bit more of the fullness. Again, using the scissors up and down, not across this way. You don't want to create any lines. Good, Kobe. Okay. You need to stand up. See this little area here? All I'm going to do is just clean it up a little bit with the scissors.
Oh, I see.
So get used to your clippers and your attachment combs to do most of your work. All right, let's move on to the. And just. Maltese hair tends to be real flyaway. It's really like staticky. So there's anti-static conditioners that you can use for this type of hair. It's hard to work with it, but there's a lot of static in the room. It just won't lay right. Okay, so you can see how that's starting to come into, you can see the difference in the length with this, the torso area and the legs.
It's the back leg, and that's what the front leg
Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit on the front.
So pretty much the front also takes the same form of
It takes the same form.
scissoring and clipping and whatever have you.
Scissoring and doing the same thing. Remembering that you're just keeping the torso clean. And we'll go ahead and finish up this leg, and we'll show you, how it looks before and after. But then you'll see the other side in comparison to just doing the same length, the entire body, and including the legs, or doing a clip where it's shorter in the body and fuller legs, little balloon legs. So we'll finish up, and then we'll move on to that, and then we'll show you how to do his little teddy head. This particular teddy head was actually shaving the ears, so it's called a lamb, like a little lamb head, and we'll show you how to do that in a little bit. Okay, so we'll be back in a little bit. Welcome back once again. Here we are with Doo-Doo. We finished the front leg. I just want to show you what Doo-Doo looks like. So there's our full legs. Both we call them balloon legs. Full legs, chaps, whatever you want to call them. They're just fuller than the rest of the bodies. All right? So we're going to move on to the head. And like I explained with Doo-Doo, we're going to go ahead and shave his ears because they're pretty matted. Okay, we did it on this side.
Let me
So we're going to take
quick shot of the other side.
right there, see?
So what do you want to do? Just shave the other side?
I'm going to shave the other ear with a number 10 blade.
And what else? That's it?
That's it.
Oh, wow. Do most Malteses get shaved ears? Or
No, it's just that his ears were matted. So, and they're too matted for us to work the mats out. So to be very careful.
Such silky hair. Huh?
Yeah, it gets everywhere. And he's real curious as to what you're doing, so he's kind of looking at you and moving. Making sure that you're only getting the ear hair, not the rest of the ear. Hi. Yes, you can hear now, huh?
Let me try to go on the other side and kind of zoom in. Let's see.
So here we are. We have a clean ear there.
So you got underneath it, right?
I'm going to take this part out. Let's see. So I got all the ear, just leaving the ear leather.
Just the ear leather, right?
Yeah, that's the ear leather. So
Okay.
what we're going to do now is we're going to trim the ear. Just like this one, clean up the edges. Just this little piece here, just some more. Good, Doo-Doo. You want to go home now, huh? So we're just very gently using our fingers to guide us, cleaning the outer edges or trimming the outer edges of the ear.
I see.
All right. Take that off. Very good. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to work on the teddy head. Oh, I know. I'm sorry.
Go.
I'm sorry.
He didn't like that.
He didn't like that. Well, he's got a little knot there, and I'm trying to get that out. Okay. So I'm just gonna chunk those out because you're gonna get a really short teddy head. I'm we're gonna use the attachment comb. I use the attachment combs a lot with teddy heads. So we'll show you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take my 30 blade. And I'm going to attach a number 1 comb. I'm going to go over the head and on the sides of the cheeks.
Number 1 would leave how long, do you think?
Well, it's not, right here I'm looking for a 1/2 inch. So when I say the number 1 comb, this happens to be a Miller's Forge attachment comb. So it just depends on the maker. So I'm looking for a half an inch look here. So I'm just taking off some of the sides here until I don't get anything else. All right. I'm going to go to comb forward for the bangs. So that's what you do first on a teddy head. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to comb this down. I'm going to go from the ear like this at an angle. So I'm going to take all this off right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I'm going to go this way. This is going to have to come up with the clipper and go up far enough for that. Okay. I'm going to get that cleaned up so we can see exactly where our lines are at. And this on this 5 needs to be sharpened a little bit.
Now this is a 5 you're using?
Well, it's the same one that I was using on the body. Okay. You know what I'm doing? Not enough was taken off the neck for me to work with the head. Okay. So now what I start doing is I start rounding that off. Going that forward. This is called a teddy head. Very popular on small breeds, terrier breeds, Shih Tzus, Malteses. Now I've got this front part here and I'm going to go ahead and take that off too. Earlier I did the one side, so I just have to try and match it now because they wanted what's called a tight teddy head, and tight just means really short. Can I see how pretty you look? Yes, we do look pretty, don't we? A little bit shorter. You heard a noise where his ears all perked up. So what I'm doing now, I'm going to clean up this area here on the muzzle, and I'm going to take my curves and bring it down just so I can clean it up a little bit. Yeah, you're being such a good boy. I don't know why they named you Doo-Doo unless you make a mess at home. You make messes at home? Take care of this back here. And I'm just cleaning up, looking for any hairs that are sticking out that didn't look right. See, it's always good to comb. Use your greyhound comb because I just combed something out that was sticking up. Let me see you. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Yeah. So just keep working it until you match both sides. It's okay to walk away from it and look to see if something's off. Keep combing, trimming. Let me see. Can I see if they're staying? Oh, we're getting close. Last thing you want to do is comb the front forward. If anything is, you just take it right here in the front. Just clean up anything. Be careful to be prepared to stop in case the pet goes to lick. You don't want to catch the you don't want to catch his tongue. So here is Doo-Doo, and what we call little lamb legs, or balloon legs with the shaved ears. He's got a little bit of a lamb head there, or teddy head. Various types, like in this clip, can be done on various breeds like Shih Tzus, Malteses, Yorkies, Lhasa Apsos, anything with a full coat like this. So there you go. Take a look at all the examples on the Maltese. There's different variances, different lengths. Teddy head, basically the same with all every type of Maltese, and you just alter it depending on the length of the coat. So have fun with it. Again, remember to watch the videos at least 3 times, and good luck out there, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, Yvonne, and Doo-Doo.
Hi, Doo-Doo.
Doo-Doo, here, puppy. Okay.